afternoon and welcome to the Ruth Lilly Fitness Center on the south side of Indianapolis. This is the UIndy Volleyball Invitational, where the hosting University of Indianapolis Greyhounds are taking on the Concordia-St. Paul Golden Bears. Indianapolis started their season last night. They fell in a 5-set thriller to Wisconsin Parkside, narrowly edged out 15-13 in the final set. Meanwhile, the 13th ranked Golden Bears will be making their season debut this afternoon, taking on a UIndy squad with a lot of new faces. A lot of those new faces we saw last night get a lot of reps for the Greyhounds. Specifically, Paige Parlanti shined in her debut as a Greyhound last night. 15 kills. Addie Lynch as well. Carly Fonda was playing setup all night last night. 41 assists for the freshman Carly Fonda. In the end, it was very tightly contested in almost every set. Parkside took the first two. The Greyhounds came back, popped the Rangers in the mouth in the third and the fourth set, but ultimately could not keep their foot on the gas in the final set. But they will have another opportunity to do so tonight. New Greyhound head coach Haley Case, searching for her first career win, wearing the crimson and gray. The 2021 AVCA Assistant Coach of the Year. Comes to us from West Florida, also spent time at Washburn and her alma mater, Wheeling. She was a 3-time All-American, national champion as well in 2015. Has developed in her time coaching, has developed 9 All-Americans as starting lineups have been announced. We'll start with Concordia. Audrey Waterman, McKenna Nold, Milena Straub, Ellie Sealing, Natalie Rolbecki, and Julia Gordon. Meanwhile, for the Greyhounds, a little bit different from how they started last night. Paige Parlanti, Lauren Gibbs, Caitlin Fassbender, Mackenzie Feder, Carly Fonda, and Ali Wustenfeld. Hounds take the opening point of the match. In the middle, Fonda and Gibbs taking up real estate in front of the middle of the net. Getting in front and making the block. Back serving now for the Greyhounds. Mackenzie Fleder, transfer from Illinois College. And a heavy attack from McKenna Knoll. Going cross court with authority to get the Golden Bears on the board for the first time in this contest. Cassie Sealing, the libero, serve things over. Now the Golden Bears wind up their attack. Dug out on the back row from Fleder, but unfortunately unable to make a good read on that one. Fonda sets the table for Parlanti, dug out well by the Golden Bears. They're on the counter attack. And another reload for Concordia-St. Paul. Striking from the strong side is McKenna Knoll. And the Greyhounds catch the line on the attack. Now all knotted up at 3 apiece. McKenna Knoll, sophomore from Jamestown, North Dakota. On the back line, awaiting a serve. And well played by Westenfeld. Saw that ball all the way to the line as a service error from Knoll. Gives service possession back to the Greyhounds. Here's the freshman Carly Fonda, freshman from Floyd Knobs, Indiana. Great dig there from Macy Bruton. Keeps things alive for the Greyhounds. On the back row, it's Feder. And the attack from Maddie Lynch puts the Greyhounds ahead by 2, maintaining service possession. Shallow service from Fonda leads to a precise kill on the front row. Taking that right down Main Street was Julia Gordon. Serve goes back to the Golden Bears with McKenna Knoll. Greyhounds forced to scramble. Send over a free ball. Great dig there from Bruton. Parlanti keeps this alive. And the kill executed well by McKenna Knoll. That knots the first set up at 5 aside. Concordia-St. Paul on a roll. They've taken home the last 3 points. A nice fake there from Fonda. Fonda now setting the table for Lynch. Greyhounds unable to execute on that attack. The counter attack, a good one for the Golden Bears. The attack from Josie Tingeloff. Just wide from the weak side. Golden Bears looking to attack again, blocked up front. Pair of Fassbender and Lynch working together for the double block. Now here's Sealing on the attack for the Golden Bears. They'll reload it. And a nice attack there, shallow just in front of the 10-foot line. Puts Concordia-St. Paul up 3 early in the first set. Macy Bruton to get the Greyhounds back on schedule with the serve. And again, good attack from the middle blocker there. Ellie Sealing executes the kill. Front line of the Greyhounds unable to get in front of that one. This is Natalie Rolbecki. The attack from Gibbs. She reloads it. This one won't catch the line, awfully close. Trying to go down the line on the attack. But the first attack error for the Greyhounds comes on that one, giving possession back to the Golden Bears. Lynch slams it home right down Main Street. Maddie Lynch saw a weak spot in the front line, scrambling, and executed the kill well to put the Greyhounds back on serve. It's Allie Westenfeld. Places it on the weak side, but the kill up front from Milena Straub puts Concordia-St. Paul back on top by 4, returning the possession of serve. And the attack from Fletter sails deep beyond the back line. Second attacking error for the Greyhounds comes on that. And Coach Case wanting a timeout here to talk some things over with her squad as Greyhounds trail 8-13 midway through the opening set. We'll have that and more coming at you right after this break on the GLVC Sports Network. We're back to the action here at the Ruth Lilly Fitness Center. So during the timeout, the umpiring crew went up to the scores table to review a side out on the Greyhounds. The challenge was unsuccessful. Despite the break in the action, the Golden Bears still rolling. Failed block attempt from the Greyhounds up front. Gives Concordia-St. Paul a 6-point advantage midway through the first. Here's Ellie Sealing. And a nice fake there from Fonda. Concordia-St. Paul somehow manages to keep this possession alive. They go on a counterattack, and it catches the line. Golden Bears, Peyton lines early on the attack. And a very nice response there from the Greyhounds. Mackenzie Fletter answers right back with a kill of her own. Chips a deficit down to 6 as Fletter steps back on the line awaiting the service. A lofted attack from Knoll leads to Greyhounds attack, unable to get exactly what they wanted out of it. They'll reload it here. Parlanti, finesse with the attack going cross court. And a nice kill from Lauren Gibbs. She's a two-time All-American at Babson College. Graduate transfer from Winter Park, Florida. And the attack from McKenna Knoll leads to another kill. Concordia-St. Paul out to a big advantage in the kill section early in the first, holding a 12-5 advantage. And a much-needed response there from the Greyhounds. The attack right in the hands of the double block. Carrading out of play, the Greyhounds back on serve. Knoll with an opportunity, runs into the wall of Fonda and Fassbender. Parlanti sends it deep into the back line, but Greyhounds with a ball handling error there, seemingly reaching over the net. Third service error of the match for the Golden Bears. And a nice serve there from Fonda. Sharp and shallow coming into the center of the back row. And the Golden Bears were unable to adjust in the scramble after that. Another awkward dig there, but it leads to a well-executed kill from Julia Gordon. Golden Bears extend their lead back up to 5. Heavy attack from Lynch, halted up front. And the reload for Concordia. Sealing the heavy attack, dug out well by the Greyhounds. Golden Bears to reload. Here's McKenna Knoll. She sails this one beyond the back line. Couple of well-executed digs by the Greyhounds. Members of the back line giving it their all, taking these heavy blows from the attacking efforts of the Golden Bears. As Kelsey Cooper finds a weak spot. Once again, Kelsey Cooper finding a soft spot on the back row of the Greyhounds. Now the Golden Bears will make rotational change. Coming in to serve, Natalie Robecki. Shallow serve lands with Parlanti. Fonda sets the table for Lynch. And a beautiful counter on the attack. Takes a lot of precision and finesse. Just guiding that ball with your fingertips over the net. Nonetheless, Greyhounds back within 4 on serve. The attack from Ellie Sealing. Just deep on the baseline. Heavy blow from Knoll, handled well by Westenfeld. Knoll goes cross court in front of the 10-foot line. Just barely catches the line. Breaking momentum for the Greyhounds. And Sealing back to serve now for the Golden Bears. UIndy will call a timeout here to talk things over as Concordia-St. Paul is just 3 points away from taking home the first set. But we're going to step aside. We're watching Greyhound Volleyball on the GLVC Sports Network. Back after this. We're back to the action here at the Ruth Lilly Fitness Center. In the first set, Concordia-St. Paul leads UIndy 22-17. And the story of the first set has been the kills. The Golden Bears have been very efficient. A 17-8 advantage on the attacking effort. Hitting at a 261 clip compared to the Greyhounds' 125 attacking percentage. But a good one there from Mackenzie Fetter. Kicks possession back to the Greyhounds. Handled by Knoll on the back line. And a heavy attack. Yields good for the Golden Bears. Every time the Greyhounds seem to be on a roll, picking up some momentum on serve. Golden Bears find a way to attack with force, halt any momentum. As a pass from Fonda, just a bit deep. That one past the 10-foot line, made for an awkward attack from Mackenzie Fletter. A very nice service ace from Cassie Sealing. With that ace, that will wrap up the first set. Concordia-St. Paul takes it 25-18. Both teams will be switching sides. We'll have first set analysis and the rest of the match coming right at you after this short break. We're back to the action here at the Ruth Lilly Fitness Center. Greyhounds fall 18-25 in the first set to the 13th ranked Concordia-St. Paul Golden Bears. Here's a look at first set statistics. And what's really sticking out after the first is the amount of kills Concordia-St. Paul has compared to the Greyhounds. Not that they're hitting at a efficient percentage. 277 certainly is good, but Greyhounds just have not been able to answer. They do a really good job setting up those attacking opportunities in terms of individual stats. Reagan Hickey and Audrey Waterman combined for 15 assists so far. Doing a really good job setting the table for McKenna Nold. Already up to 6 kills. Meanwhile, for the Greyhounds, 4 kills for Maddie Lynch. 9 assists for Carly Fonda. 5 digs for Mackenzie Feder and Macy Bruton. But the Greyhounds will now look to piece together a little bit more of an attacking offense come this second set. Golden Bears in the opening point adjust well to the scramble and manage a wonderful counterattack. And the attack from Fassbender denied up front. The wall made by McKenna Knoll and Milena Straub shut down Fassbender's attacking attempt. So the Golden Bears with an early 2-point advantage in the second set. Dug out well by Parlanti. Now here come the Golden Bears on attack. An off-speed attack leads to the kill right down Main Street. for Ellie Sealing. Bruton, excellent job on the dig. Cross-court kill from Parlanti. But this one kept alive by Concordia-St. Paul. Parlanti from the strong side takes it cross-court, finally executes the kill, getting the Greyhounds on the board. And excellent timing there up front from Audrey Waterman. Timing up that jump, seeing the soft spot in the front row. Carefully guiding that ball into no man's land. Fonda does a great job setting up Fletter. Greyhounds back on serve. Starts with Bruton. Gets to the back line with Sealing. Now McKenna Nold trying to go cross court deep into the back row. Sends it wide. So let's see if the Greyhounds can build a little bit of momentum here. Nice block up front from Fletter. This time a block up front from Gibbs and Lynch. But the Golden Bears will take the point. Blocking effort creates just out of bounds. Waterman hold the line here. And an attack error by the Greyhounds. Lynch trying to execute a touch attack there, but sent it just wide for a side out. But the Greyhounds catch a lucky break there on a service error from Audrey Waterman. Bialy Westenfeld back to serve. A shallow service from Westenfeld. Makes for an awkward dig, and the Golden Bears were never able to recover after that. Westenfeld now serves it into the back line. Misjudged by Ellie Sealing. So back-to-back service aces from Westenfeld. Puts the Greyhounds within one here in this second set. But a nice attack set up for Julia Gordon. Halts momentum for the Greyhounds. And the Golden Bears return back on serve. And a finesse attack there leads to a kill for Julia Gordon. Gordon finds her 5th kill of the afternoon on that one. As Fletter sets up an attack handled well by the Golden Bears. This time, Ellie Sealing trying to go shallow cross court, unable to place that one in the corner. Here's Ellie Sealing. Her attack handled well by the Greyhounds. And Paige Parlanti, two-time JUCO All-American at Vincennes, able to execute the kill well. Greyhounds back to within one here in the second set. Cassie Sealing sets things up for Kelsey Cooper. And another finesse attack leads to a kill for the Golden Bears. And they've done a really good job with that so far. In the first set, you saw a lot of power looking for depth and pace on their attacking efforts. This time, they're using a lot more finesse, trying to place it in the weak spots on the court. And now a second service error in this set for the Golden Bears. Gifts one back to the Greyhounds. And as this ball on the dig from the Golden Bears hits the left antenna, Greyhounds tie things up at 10 apiece midway through the second. Attacking effort from Milena Straub finds gold for the Golden Bears. So a host of substitutions now. And Fonda, the off-speed attack, serving the Golden Bears. Bit of a taste of their own medicine, finding the weak spot in the front line. Fonda now back to serve. Cross-court kill is a good one for the Golden Bears. They really have the defense second-guessing all of their alignment. As you can see right there, a misjudged dig from Mackenzie Fletter puts the Golden Bears back on top by 2. Ellie Sealing, shallow service, dug out by Bruton. Fonda's pass to Fassbender leads to a well-executed kill down the line. Deep service from Parlanti. As Golden Bears end up taking the point, but it looks like on their attacking effort, that ball did not get over the net. Wonder if Coach Case wants another look at it, but the referees let play go on. Looks like they will have another look at that. So it looks like it was a correct call on the dump play. Heavy attack from McKenna Nold, halted by the Greyhounds. Parlanti's attack kept at bay. Bruton digs it out. Pass from Fonda. Arrives with Lynch. Dug out well. Now the Greyhounds look to set up a counter. Another dig from the back row. And Sealing's attack. Handled well by the Greyhounds. Free ball sent over by the Golden Bears. Lynch on attack. It's it right into the outstretched hands of the middle blocker. No one able to dig out the attack from Lynch. So the Greyhounds back on serve within one. So another substitution now for the Golden Bears. Kelsey Cooper checks back into the match. And the finesse attack from Lynch denied up front. Service error from Concordia-St. Paul. We'll hand things over back to the Greyhounds. Cooper on the attack, finds a kill. Deep in the center of the back row. And once again, Greyhounds not able to respond. A service ace for McKenna Nold as UIndy wants a timeout here. And we're back to the action here at the Ruth Lilly Fitness Center. Second set, Concordia-St. Paul up 18-14 on the hosting UIndy Greyhounds. Second set has been a back and forth affair so far, but Concordia-St. Paul once again getting the work done on their attacking arsenal, doubling the amount of kills that the Greyhounds have so far in this second set. Fonda sets the table for Fletter. It's kept alive well, forcing a free ball for the Golden Bears. Fletter on the attack once again. Now Parlanti has a go. Nold, the pass to Sealing, dug out by Wustenfeld. Fonda's pass lines up with Gibbs on a finesse attack. And here's Cooper, dug out by Bruton. Fletter has it denied up front. Fonda, pass to Parlanti from the back row. Her attack off the net and in play. Sealing slams it home on Parlanti, unable to dig that one out. Back to serve is McKenna Nold. Fonda, the pass to Fletter. Down to nothing, trying to go for a finesse attack, unable to place that one on the back line. And another timeout called by the Greyhounds. So we're going to step aside. More Greyhound volleyball coming your way right after this. Welcome back to the action here at the Ruth Lilly Fitness Center. Concordia-St. Paul has built a 6-point advantage on the Greyhounds here in the second set. Doing a great job on the attacking offensive. Greyhounds in this second set have more attacking attempts, 28 compared to the Golden Bears 25. But in terms of kills, Greyhounds only have 6 compared to 14. More than doubling the amount for the Greyhounds. But one thing that has been a common occurrence so far for this Concordia-St. Paul team is the service error. Third one of this second set. And they're 7th in total. Attacking effort from Caitlin Blomberg. Kept alive by the Golden Bears. Here is Parlanti on the attack. Managed well by the Golden Bears. Parlanti tries to attack on the weak side. And once again, that finesse attack from Concordia-St. Paul. It looks like the middle blocker stepped over the line underneath the net. So the Greyhounds back-to-back points here, only in a 3-point deficit here in the second set. Trying to build some momentum. Blocking effort denied by Lauren Gibbs. And a mishandled dig from Claire Morris. GLVC first teamer last year. Eighth in program history in career assist with 1,167. Gibbs attack denied up front. And a bit of a miscommunication there between members of the front row of Concordia-St. Paul. An attacking error up front. Milena Straub unable to get on top of that one. Sends it right down into the net. So the Greyhounds back on serve within 2. Trailing 19-21 here late in the second set. Nice shallow serve from Lucia Brown. But an attack and a weak spot between the front row and the back row. The serve from Rolbicki. Now an attack dug out well by Bruton. Another block up front. This time Fassbender getting in the mix, denying the attacking effort up front from the Golden Bears. Shallow service leads to shallow attack from the Golden Bears. And Maddie Lynch coming up big, taking the kill down the line. In the scramble, Golden Bears managed to get this one over, but ticks off the net. Mistiming the dig from the Greyhounds. Now Concordia-St. Paul within 2 of taking home the second set. Shallow cross-court kill by the Greyhounds. Maddie Lynch. Precise execution on that one. Sealing goes to attack in the back row. Looks like Fonda and Fassbender both tried to go for it. Parlanti with the dig. Pass from Fonda. Lands with Fletter. Counterattack by the Golden Bears. Sails deep onto the back line. The Greyhounds back on serve, trailing by just one, 23-24. Crucial moment here in the second set. Bruton, shallow service. Attack, short one from McKenna Nold. And a cross-court kill by Maddie Lynch. Takes it shallow right in the area of the 10-foot line. Greyhounds knot things up at 24 side. Bruton makes her serve into the back line. McKenna Nold able to attack on the back row. And Fonda finds a kill. Takes it deep to the center of the back row. That'll prompt a timeout from Concordia-St. Paul, but the Greyhounds find themselves on top, 25-24. And with the break on the court, we're going to step aside. More Greyhound volleyball coming at you right after this.
University of Indianapolis, you're connected to opportunity. From the first day on campus, you'll get to know our faculty and how they care about your goals, your dreams, and your vision for the future. They work with you inside the classroom with engaged learning projects and outside the classroom, connecting you with our alumni network. UIndy gives you the education you need to get the career you want. So, are you in? Your future begins at the University of Indianapolis.
Crucial moment here in the second set. The Greyhounds just took a 25-24 lead on 13th ranked Concordia-St. Paul. Maddie Lynch executed a crucial kill for the Greyhounds, putting them back on top. Macy Bruton will serve for the second set. Shallow service. Waterman sets the table, and McKenna Nold finishes the job. Takes the kill. Cross court. Shallow serve from Waterman. And a heavy attack and kill from Maddie Lynch. Once again, the Greyhounds just one away from taking home the second set. The redshirt senior Claire Morris to serve for the second set. Deep into the back line. And looked like the play stayed alive, but a whistle on the court. Ball must have touched the ground before it was dug out by the Greyhounds. Now we're tied up back at 26 aside. Greyhound attack denied up front. Julia Gordon with the block. Sealing sets the table for Kelsey Cooper, who finds a weak spot between both rows. Concordia-St. Paul now serve for the second set. McKenna Knoll to serve, but a bit short into the net. Another service error coming at a crucial time for the Greyhounds. Now Mackenzie Fletter back to serve. Gets it into the back row. Pass from Hickey. Lands with Kelsey Cooper. Cooper's attack sails wide of the back line. The Greyhounds serving for the second set. Ellie Sealing attacks right into the double block of Lauren Gibbs and Mackenzie Fletter. This one charades into the net, so we're back tied up at 28 aside, with Julia Gordon to serve for the Golden Bears. This attack barely catches the line for the Greyhounds. The kill puts them up one. Greyhounds once again serving for the second set. Lauren Gibbs. And a misjudge read on the service from Gibbs. A service ace to clinch the second set for the Greyhounds. They take it 30-28. We'll have a second set analysis and more coming your way right after this short break. Welcome back to the UIndy Invitational, where the hosting UIndy Greyhounds are tied up at a set apiece against 13th ranked Concordia-St. Paul. Here are some quick stats after the first two sets. Hitting percentage well favors the Golden Bears as well as kills, but they have made more errors on attack. Golden Bears also have an advantage of 8 in total digs, but another thing that has stuck out and which really rang apparent in the second set was service errors. Greyhounds have 0. Concordia-St. Paul has 8. In that second set alone, they had 5 service errors. Crucial when it gets to extras. As we saw there, couple really pivotal service errors from the Golden Bears. Just gifted free points to the Greyhounds. And they take the second set 30-28. In terms of some individual statistics, leading the way for the Golden Bears in kills is McKenna Nold. Milena Straub with 6. Ellie Sealing with 7. Kelsey Cooper with 7. Julia Gordon with 6. In terms of assist, Reagan Hickey and Audrey Waterman combined for 31 total, 15 and 16 respectively. Meanwhile, for the Greyhounds, leading the way in assists is Carly Fonda with 18. Meanwhile, in the kill category, Maddie Lynch leading the way with 11. Meanwhile, Mackenzie Fletter with 3. Carly Fonda will start things off on serve for the Greyhounds. And an errant attack up front from the Golden Bears. Puts the Greyhounds on top first. First service error for UIndy comes on the short serve from Carly Fonda. Heavy attack from Maddie Lynch. In the scramble, the Golden Bears somehow able to keep it alive. And on the attack, McKenna Nold splits between the double block up front. What a play there from the Golden Bears, recovering in the scramble. And Parlanti gets the Greyhounds right back on schedule. Fast-paced attack. Parades off the outstretched arms of the blockers up front. Bruton sets the table for Lynch. It's blocked up front, kept alive by Fassbender. Free ball from Bruton. Julia Gordon looking to go down the line with the attack. Unable to strike the line. So the Greyhounds back on serve with Parlanti. The attack hammered right into the hands of Parlanti, unable to dig that one out. Heavy attack there from Fletter. And a service ace from Bruton. Ball mishandled by Kelsey Cooper. Gordon on the kill. Once again, the well-oiled offense of the Golden Bears coming out in full display on that one. Ellie Sealing's attack held up by Parlanti. She takes pass from Bruton, hammers it home for the kill. In the center of the back row. Hickey sets the table for Sealing. Handled well by UIndy. And look at the finesse there from Lauren Gibbs. Finding the soft spot in the front row. The timely dump off gives the Greyhounds a 7-4 lead early in the third. Lauren Gibbs off the back foot. Able to get the kill. Timeout taken by Concordia-St. Paul. Trying to stop the momentum of the Greyhounds. Taking home the last 4 points. With that, we're going to take a quick break in the action. You're watching Greyhound Volleyball on the GLVC Sports Network. Welcome back to the south side of Indianapolis. Here at the UIndy Invitational. Greyhounds hold an 8-4 advantage early in the third set. After a comeback effort in the second set, hanging on in extras 30-28. Westenfeld now to serve for the Greyhounds. Handled by Waterman on the back line. The attack absorbed by Westenfeld. And this attacking error. And a nice dump off there by the Greyhounds. Greyhounds really have it rolling now. Well executed kill up front. Puts them up 5 in the early workings of the third. And a bit of a miscommunication on that pass there. Gordon took that attack attempt from behind the 10-foot line. Didn't have enough height on it to really get on top of that and deliver the blow that you want on an attack. Golden Bears finally able to get rhythm broken from the Greyhounds. Westenfeld to Fonda. Sets the table for Parlanti. Takes the kill down the line. Greyhounds have it rolling on offense. Doing a great job in the early workings of the third. That'll prompt a timeout from Concordia-St. Paul. With the Greyhounds on top, 12-6. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll have more Greyhound volleyball coming your way right after this. We're back at the Ruth Lilly Fitness Center. Home site for the Greyhounds. We're taking on the 13th ranked Concordia-St. Paul Golden Bears. Knotted up at 1 set apiece. The Greyhounds have an early 12-6 advantage here in the third set. Lucia Brown sets things up for Fassbender. Now here comes a counter from Concordia-St. Paul. Kept at bay by UIndy. Here comes the kill from Milena Straub. Parlanti takes the attack down the line, parading off the hands of the middle blockers. Carly Fonda now back to serve for the Greyhounds. The attack set up and executed well by the Golden Bears. It's Straub once again. Paige Parlanti doing it again. Taking the kill cross court this time. And a nice response there from the Golden Bears. Julia Gordon gets a hold of that attack. Fonda sets the table for Lynch. And not a lot of pace on that, but didn't need it. Placed perfectly in a soft spot on the back row. Gordon goes cross court with this attack. Kept up well by the Greyhounds. Their counter sent deep beyond the back line. Concordia-St. Paul just hanging around here in the third set. Bruton sets things up for Fletter. Kept up by the Golden Bears. Fonda dishes one up for Lynch. Kept at bay by Concordia-St. Paul. And a bit of a misjudgment on that ball on the back row. Looks like McKenna Nold thought that one was going to end up out of play, but she let it fall right on the line. And a much-needed response there from the Golden Bears. This time, Julia Gordon getting it done up front. And the serve sent deep from Josie Tingelhoff. That was Kelsey Cooper finding a weak spot in between the front and the back row of the Greyhounds. Once again, Golden Bears just hanging around here in this third set. Greyhounds up top, 18-12. Fonda works one to Parlanti. It's blocked up front. Here's a counter and a block by Lauren Gibbs. Bruton digs it out, keeps it alive. Fonda the pass. But Parlanti unable to adjust in the scramble. A timeout taken by the Greyhounds. They're still clinging to a 5-point lead, up 18-13 here in the third set. With the break on the court, we're going to step aside as well. More Greyhound volleyball coming your way right after these short messages.
University of Indianapolis, you're connected to opportunity. From the first day on campus, you'll get to know our faculty and how they care about your goals, your dreams, and your vision for the future. They work with you inside the classroom with engaged learning projects and outside the classroom, connecting you with our alumni network. UIndy gives you the education you need to get the career you want. So, are you in? Your future begins at the University of Indianapolis.
Greyhounds clinging to a 5-point lead in a very decisive third set against 13th ranked Concordia-St. Paul. Before the break, UIndy head coach Haley Case wanted a timeout to talk things over, trying to game plan their way to hang on to the third set. But out of the break, striking first is Concordia-St. Paul. Heavy attack from Milena Straub. Bruton the dig. Fonda the pass. Parlanti the kill. Off the outstretched arms of Audrey Waterman. And look at the touch there from Fassbender. Quick thinking. Just to tap that ball over as the middle blocker was on their way down of their ascent. After the service error, Golden Bears back on serve. Fonda, great pass to Parlanti. Slams it right down on the back row. That was directed right at Cassie Sealing. Short service from Fonda leads to an attack error from the Golden Bears. Fonda sets the table for Maddie Lynch. Hammers it home. In a weak spot between the front and the back row. Greyhounds just 2 away from taking home a very decisive third set. Parlanti to do the honors. A touch attack from Julia Gordon. Macy Bruton and Maddie Lynch collide, sliding in for the dig. But a well-executed dump-off by Gordon gives the Golden Bears a bit of life here. But Maddie Lynch takes possession back to the Greyhounds after the cross-court kill. Gibbs with the quick thinking to send that one over. It's a free ball for the Golden Bears. Their attack halted at bay, and Lauren Gibbs slams the door shut on the third set. Hammers it home on the back line, and the Greyhounds now lead 2-1 after taking home the third set, 25-17. Both teams gonna take a breather, switch benches. We're gonna do the same up here. We'll have the fourth set and more coming your way right after this break.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, They push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
Welcome back to the Ruth Lilly Fitness Center, host of the UIndy Invitational. Greyhounds are playing their second game in the tournament. They fell last night in a nail-biter to Wisconsin Parkside, but right now against 13th ranked Concordia-St. Paul, they hold on to a 2-1 lead after taking home the third set, 25-17. Let's take a look at the stats through the first three sets. Hitting percentage has drastically increased for the Greyhounds, now up to 241 after having a hitting percentage of 455 there in the third set. Greyhounds have increased their kill total as well. Led the third set 18-12. Now with 39 compared to 52 kills for Concordia-St. Paul. Attacking errors still favor the Golden Bears, 18-12. Concordia Paul 7 more digs than the Greyhounds, but another thing that these stats do not show are service errors. Greyhounds have been relatively clean so far on serve. Only 2 service errors compared to the 9 from the Golden Bears. Ellie Sealing serve now for Concordia-St. Paul. Greyhounds get the first attack of the fourth set. Halted up by the Golden Bears. And a little dump off over the double block on the left antenna. Puts the Golden Bears on top first. Bruton with the dig. Pass from Fonda. It's an off-speed attack from Parlanti. And another dump off, this time placed in the weak spot between the front and the back row of the Greyhounds. So 2 early ones now for Concordia-St. Paul. Ellie Sealing still back on serve. And Sealing finds herself a service ace. And the foot fault there from Sealing. So another unforced error. Those little things have come back to plague Concordia-St. Paul all throughout this match. But the Greyhounds now look to defend their 2-set lead. Forced to send a free ball over. Golden Bears look to attack. Blocked up front initially by Maddie Lynch, but no one there to support with the dig. Bruton. Serve connects with the libero, Cassie Sealing. Golden Bears tack on one more, just like that. Reagan Hickey's serve just deep beyond the back line. So another service error for the Golden Bears. Puts the Greyhounds back on serve in a 2-point hole. Westenfeld serves it deep to the back row. Golden Bears forced to send over a free ball. Gibbs with the attack, handled well by Hickey. Here comes a counter, and the dump off from Julia Gordon is a good one. That one in a soft spot in the front row. Here comes Fletter. Her attack initially halted by the Golden Bears. Second effort for the Greyhounds is a good one. Golden Bears could not adjust in the scramble. Greyhounds back within striking distance, only trailing 4-6. Nice dig from Westenfeld. And another valiant effort on the dig. Here's Parlanti. Strikes it down, cross court. Paige Parlanti. Two-time JUCO All-American. Coming up big for the Hounds. Puts them back within one. Hickey sets it up for Ellie Sealing. Oh, Parlanti on the dump off. Dug out by the Golden Bears. This time Parlanti executes the kill down the line on the weak side of the floor. Bruton with a valiant effort to stay in front of that one. But the Golden Bears able to come on top with the kill. Weston failed the dig. Fonda the pass to Parlanti. Look at the finesse there from Paige Parlanti. Just guiding that one to the weak side. Fassbender, the nice dump off in no man's land. There's a weak spot in coverage on the front row. She dropped it right in there to put the Greyhounds back on top, 8-7. Timeout called by Concordia-St. Paul. They want to talk things over as they face their first deficit of the fourth set. In the meantime, we're going to step aside as well. More Greyhound volleyball coming your way right after this. We're back to the action here at the Ruth Lilly Fitness Center. Before the break, the Greyhounds took their first lead of the fourth set. They've ripped off 4 straight in efforts to take home the fourth set. But a nice dump from the front row of the Golden Bears. Levels this game at 8 aside. Rolbeke to serve now. Well-paced attack from Parlanti. Fonda just gets it to tick over the net. Westenfeld the dig. Fonda pass to the far side to Parlanti. Her kill down the line. Unsuccessful. The second effort kept alive in the scramble. And Fassbender unable to find gold. Bruton trying to keep this one alive. Unable to do so. What a point there. Leads to the Golden Bears retaking the lead 9-8. Parlanti has her attack halted up front. Parlanti, a second effort. Dug out on the back row. Counter from Concordia. Handled well by the Greyhounds. Second effort is a good one from Ellie Sealing. Here's Parlanti. Dump off deep into the back row. The attack slammed into the net. So an attacking error up front from Ellie Sealing. Puts the Greyhounds within 1. They're back on serve. Sealing a shallow serve. Greyhounds unable to handle that one. Golden Bears have now extended their lead back up to 3. But Maddie Lynch attacks right into the outstretched arms of the middle blocker. And a nice dump off there up front from McKenna Nold. Cassie Sealing now to serve. This one sails deep beyond the back row. Gordon with the finesse on the dump. A nice fake out. Puts the Golden Bears back on top by 3. Hickey sets the table for Cooper. Greyhounds manage to handle it. Cassie Sealing, the pass to McKenna Nold. This one catches the line, prompting a timeout from Coach Case. Head coach for the Greyhounds wanted to talk things over as the deficit has now grown to 4 after coming back and leveling things earlier in the 4th set. With that, we're going to take a quick break. More Greyhound volleyball right after this. Down 1 set. Golden Bears on serve in the 4th. Hanging on to 15-12 advantage. The Greyhounds out of the break. Find a kill right down Main Street. Cut the deficit down to 3. Westenfeld now to serve for UIndy. Short service. Lofted over. Fonda sets the table for Parlanti. And this one dumped just out of play. Greyhounds back within 2. Hickey sets the table for Gordon. And Gordon strikes gold for the kill. An awkward handle on that serve. Gives prime attacking position for the Golden Bears. And they certainly take advantage of it right there. Couple substitutions now for UIndy. Claire Morris and Caitlin Blomberg back into the match. Nold with the serve. A well-executed attack there leads to a kill for Mackenzie Fletter. Fletter to serve. This kill paints the line for the Golden Bears and increases their lead back up to 4. Blomberg with the kill. Much needed response for the Greyhounds. Free ball sent over by the Golden Bears. Blomberg off her back foot, manages to get the attack over. And the dump off. Gives the Golden Bears a 4-point advantage here in the 4th set. Mishandled dig by the Greyhounds. Just like that, the lead for Concordia-St. Paul has grown back up to 5. And make it 6 on that service ace. Natalie Robecki laying down the ace. And the Greyhounds want to use one more of their timeouts. They're in a 6-point hole here in the 4th set. Looking for any way to get back into this one and not force a 5th. We'll have that and more coming right at you after these short messages.
University of Indianapolis, you're connected to opportunity. From the first day on campus, you'll get to know our faculty and how they care about your goals, your dreams, and your vision for the future. They work with you inside the classroom with engaged learning projects and outside the classroom, connecting you with our alumni network. UIndy gives you the education you need to get the career you want. So, are you in? Your future begins at the University of Indianapolis.
We've arrived to the home stretch here in the 4th set. Here at the UIndy Invitational. Greyhounds hold a 2-1 set advantage, but trail 15-21 here in the 4th set. Greyhounds, before the break, just took a timeout to talk things over to avoid going to that 5th set. Blomberg lines one up. Second effort from Blomberg, kept up by the Golden Bears. Bruton, the pass back to Blomberg. And Blomberg, her efforts rewarded. Puts the Greyhounds within 5 now. Shallow service. Bruton, quick hands to flip it up for the dig. And in the soft spot, Maddie Lynch pushes this one over. And this time the attack right into the hands of the blockers up front. Double block, paraded out of bounds. And just like that, the Greyhounds only trailing by 3 after ripping off the past 3 straight points. Timeout taken by Concordia-St. Paul, and we'll do the same. We'll have the rest of the 4th set and potentially the 5th set coming your way right after this. Before the break, the Greyhounds were in a 6-point deficit, now only trailing by just 3. Greyhounds doing everything in their will to not let this go to 5 sets. The shallow serve leads to a bit of a scramble. But backed up, McKenna Nold gets the kill. That one was from long range. And the Golden Bears back on serve. 4-point advantage. Needing just 3 to force a 5th set. Bruton sets the table for Parlanti. Finds the soft spot in between the front and the back rows. Scramble now leads to a free ball from the Golden Bears. Greyhounds on the attack. Blocked up front. Fletter keeps it alive. Fletter, the second effort. Shallow attack cross court. This one unable to stay in play. Now Concordia-St. Paul just 2 points away. A much needed response there from the Greyhounds, doing a great job. Executing the kill right down Main Street was Ellie Sealing. And the Golden Bears just 1 point away from forcing a deciding 5th set. To serve for the 4th set is Reagan Hickey. 4-point lead here in the 4th. And the Greyhounds clinging on to life here. Not going to go down without a fight. Short service from Morris. Morris keeps it alive. Great dig from Claire Morris. Similar effort from Concordia-St. Paul. Now Bruton sets the table for Fletter. And a well set up kill by the Golden Bears. They take the 4th set 25-21. And we're going to extras here at the Ruth Lilly Fitness Center. 4th set analysis with the deciding 5th set coming your way right after this.
Wow, that's so many memories, I would say. I think the things that when my teammates and I get together, what we enjoy the most, I think, are just all the stories, all the things that happen between us playing against some of the best schools. You know, we played some Division I schools. We beat Eastern Illinois twice. A thrill for a Division II school to go in and to beat a Division I school. And I think we remember, you know, feeling like kind of the David versus Goliath. And that's what I think we realized, if you can come together as a group, you know, that you can have success. Well, I think any competitive person, it's tough. But I still look at it today. You know, it's been 30 years since I played competitive basketball, and in the business world and the education world, you lose, and things happen, and you go back to your playing days, and you got knocked down, and you got to get back up. So that was kind of our mantra. I think to have dreams. As a little kid, I had dreams that I wanted to do something athletically, you know, and basketball was my passion. And so I don't care what it is, do something that you like, that you're passionate about. That to me is the most important thing, and then work to achieve it. And if you work hard enough at it, I think your dreams can come true, even when people tell you it'll never happen. And that to me was kind of the David versus Goliath thing. Yeah, and it's a cliche, but I do think life is a game. Life is a competition. And I think I was prepared because I competed in college, and I say the same thing to people. You kind of those same attributes. You have to work hard. You have to practice what you want to do, and you have to believe in yourself, and you have to have those dreams. And you put that package together, and I think it's a pretty good package for success. Hi, I'm Larry Tucker. I'm a former NCAA student athlete from Lewis University.
And we're going to a fifth set here at the Ruth Lilly Fitness Center. The hosting UIndy Greyhounds taking on Concordia-St. Paul. It's been a thriller so far, both teams exchanging blows up until this point. Greyhounds have played very well in stretches. They figured out a way to halt the offense of Concordia-St. Paul. That hitting percentage, .301 compared to .277. Both these teams really picking it up and their attacking arsenal. 72 kills for the Golden Bears to the Greyhounds 55. More errors for Concordia-St. Paul, 20 compared to 12 for the Greyhounds. Service errors are also a big part of the story. 12 for Concordia-St. Paul, 2 for the Greyhounds. As we arrive into a decisive fifth set. First attack goes to the Golden Bears. McKenna Nold unable to get on top of that attack. This one parades into the netting, and the Greyhounds get on top here first. Remember, folks, we're going to 15 here in the fifth set. Arlanti with the blow. Some authority. It's that one crushed right at Natalie Robecki. That's about as physical of a play you can see in a non-contact sport. Nonetheless, Greyhounds with an early 2-1 advantage in the decisive fifth set. What a dig there from Fletter. The blows absorbed by the Golden Bears, and their counterattack is a good one. Gets past the blockers up front. It's Hickey to set the table. Now Parlanti. On the second effort, McKenna Nold gets the job done. This one knotted up at 3 apiece. Back to serve. Paige Parlanti. The setup is a good one, but looks like someone stepped over the line in the process of that attack setup. Kelsey Cooper caught stepping over the line. Hickey sets one up for Gordon. This one off the right antenna. Just like that, the Greyhounds have a 2-point lead here. This one denied up front. And the dump into a soft space on the court prompts a timeout from Concordia-St. Paul. Greyhounds on top, 6-3 in the decisive fifth set. We'll get back to the action right after this. In the fifth set, Greyhounds have a 6-3 advantage over 13th ranked Concordia-St. Paul. Greyhounds have ripped off 3 straight. And a miscommunication in the scramble. The Greyhounds take home another. They're now 8 points away from taking down 13th team in the nation. And look at the precision on that dump off. The Greyhounds now with a 5-point advantage as we go to the changeover. Parlanti to do the honors. There's a counterattack from McKenna Nold, handled well by the Greyhounds. Back on the attack is Maddie Lynch. This one catches the line, the shallow cross-court kill. Prompts a timeout from Concordia-St. Paul. And the Greyhounds just 6 points away from knocking down number 13 in the nation. We're going to keep it here during this timeout. Go over some all-encompassing stats here. Despite having 14 less kills than Concordia-St. Paul, the Greyhounds have outscored the Golden Bears 103-98, hitting at a higher percentage, 301 compared to 290. Played a much cleaner game without errors. Greyhounds with 10 less attacking errors, 10 less service errors, making up 20 points on unforced errors. Greyhounds have done a good job up front. Both these teams blocking the same amount of points. Nonetheless, Paige Parlanti back to serve. On the weak side, the Greyhounds now look to attack. Fastbender. Somehow the Golden Bears keep this alive. And Maddie Lynch goes right into the double block. Parlanti to do the honors again. Here's McKenna Nold on the attacking effort. Absorbed by the Greyhounds. Now Parlanti. Both teams trading attacking efforts. Great defense all around. The Greyhounds forced to send over a free ball. Now McKenna Nold to serve. And a nice dump there by Fonda. The Greyhounds just 4 away from taking home win number 1 in the Haley Case era. Bruton sets the table for Lynch, and the Greyhounds have come out here in the 5th set on fire. Now just 2 away. Sealing to set the table. And Paige Parlanti attacks it right into the net, but the net cord goes in the Greyhounds' advantage. Now Macy Bruton to serve for the match. Sealing has it denied, and that's gonna do it, folks. The Greyhounds take care of business, knocking down number 13, Concordia-St. Paul. First win for UIndy head coach Haley Case. The Case era off to a great start, knocking down 13th ranked Concordia-St. Paul. And that's going to be your final from the Ruth Lilly Fitness Center, folks. Greyhounds get the job done in resounding fashion and a 5-set thriller. What a way for the Greyhounds to enter the win column for the first time in the Haley Case campaign, knocking down a ranked opponent. They moved to 1-1 on the season. Highest ranked win since taking down number 6 ranked Lewis in October 2019. Great win for the Greyhounds. Career high kills for Maddie Lynch. She finishes today with 24. First meeting between these two teams since 2013. That's the first win that the Greyhounds have taken over Concordia in the matchup history. Another career high marker net for the Greyhounds. Macy Bruton had 20. So a lot of career achievements for the Greyhounds achieved in this win. And that's going to do it for the night. Greyhounds moved to 1-1 on the season. Highest ranked win since 2019 against the Lewis Flyers. You can catch UIndy playing West Virginia State tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And for the Golden Bears, you can find them playing West Virginia State at 11 a.m. tomorrow, right here at the Ruth Lilly Fitness Center. That's going to do it from us tonight, folks. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow right here on the GLVC Sports Network.